Starfish Prime, one of the nuclear tests in the late 50s, I think 58. In the description below is a video. Now, I want to talk to this points in science, the research in the depth of the science. He just kind of goes by quickly because it's only a few minute video. But he's talking about the sciences and the understanding and the depth of studies and knowledge from the 1950s, 1940s. This era is important to me because the materials from that date and time were the fundamentals of my education in the 70s. So I was already learning off of 30 or 40-year-old materials and putting together those things into today and how it works. So anyway, inside that Starfish Prime test, listen to the sciences he's discussing. There is nuclear decay chain theory. It's very subtle. He passes by the explosion, but inside that explosion, while it was a very specific set of elements inside that bomb, high purity, ultra high purity, nothing else, as soon as the explosion went off, it was exposed to the atmosphere, which is a closed system, relatively speaking, for this planet. From that atmospheric study, it wasn't just the explosion. It's mentioned about radio communications, EMI and RMI to EMP, the massive radio wave released from that explosion. It is white noise of indescribable energies that makes receivers and transmitters blow up in some cases. Also in that are tons of other elements created during the explosion, along with what's in that warhead. So those materials block out radar systems and stop them from working. They can give you a horizon advantage because radar can't see what you're doing. That's the effect of a nuclear explosion in the air. From the study inside of that was the study of plume models. And as it turns out, radar can see these plumes, just like it sees clouds in the sky, those pretty fluffy clouds. We have other radar that knows what the clouds are made of to a very good degree. Sulfurs, CO2s, particulate matters flying around in the atmosphere. So this 1950s science is this long ago, amazing as it is. The money put into this created so many other very accurate research tools and information that led to a blossom of the sciences unheralded and marginally unannounced. Inside of that we got Godzilla, right? Inside of that we got many thoughts and prayers. But the fact is, we are releasing nuclear weapons now that were created from Obama-era funding by Democrats and Republicans. They're being made available to our military. It's a brief mention of tactical nuclear weapons being released in some odd paper somewhere. Then you go searching for what's the first use policy of a tactical nuclear weapon. Then you go into where was it made? Where was the fuel made? Where was it processed? Where did the dust go? Where did the plumes from those processing plants go? This is where, once you understand the vagaries of nature itself and our interactions with it, it becomes more complicated. It becomes creepy and scary. It becomes contracts and agreements and people sitting in rooms smoking cigars. But at the end, there's a contract. These are massive undertakings requiring money. Good luck. Take a quick look at that video. Give me some feedback. We could talk about one area of that is the amount of decay materials created from T0 of the explosion out through T generations, because this is part of the nature of the waste we're talking about. This is why we don't launch these things into space. One accident, one bad day on a space launch could be a really bad day for the planet, or for radar, or for, babies. Think of the babies. Boo.